The norament cold welding system is recommended for nora floors with a structured surface. After installation with wet adhesives, wait a minimum of 12 hours before cold welding. You can cold weld immediately if using Nora Dry Fix 750 tape or Nora NTX flooring. Nora recommends wearing nitrile gloves when handling Nora cold weld and liquid wax. To prevent bonding of the cold weld outside of the seam, use a clean cloth to apply a thin, even layer of Nora liquid wax to both sides of the seam, about 4 inches wide, and allow to dry. Then groove the seams with a mechanical joint cutter or hand grooving tool, ensuring all grooves are clean. The depth of the groove must be a minimum of 1.5 millimeters with a width of about 2.5 millimeters. For vertical seams, a small bendable straight edge can be helpful during the trimming or grooving process. To begin cold welding, cut the cone tip off the tube above the threads. Squeeze out a small amount of cold weld. Screw on the nozzle and place the cold weld tube into a cartridge gun. Then inject the Nora cold weld into the groove, without gaps, until a small bulb develops above the seam, about the size of a heat weld rod. At the end of the seam, release the gun to prevent leaks. You must remove any Nora cold weld tracked or spilled on the flooring using 70% isopropyl alcohol and a clean cloth, because cleaning at a later stage may not be possible. Next, press the Nora cold weld into the seam using a smoothing spatula held nearly flat at about a 20-degree angle and on the same plane as the surface of the floor. You must press excess cold weld away on each side of the seam. It's important to develop a slight gap between the excess weld and the weld within the seam for easy removal once cured. You can peel off and remove the excess cold weld after about 3 to 8 hours, depending on its thickness, ambient temperature, and humidity. When cold welding norament tiles, the best method is to weld all north to south seams one day, then all east to west seams the following day. Prevent any traffic on the seams until the Nora cold weld has cured for about 8 hours